Welcome back, everyone, to a Friday live stream in Euro Truck Simulator 2, the co-pilot. And wow, we've got some things going on here. Hope you're all ready for the new challenge. So, okay, are we done with that? Let's see who's here early and on time. Look, it's Nope. Nope is here. Phantom 6767 is here early. Striker M11 is here early. Vigner is here early. And he can't wait to do this challenge. Me too. So Striker asks, any mod restrictions for the challenge, like map mods that might create longer possible routes, or the ferry killer doing this ferry killer? I don't know what the ferry killer is. There's no I don't know what the ferry killer is, but I would say not that one. I don't even know what it is, but I would say no. Other than that, and the rules are posted now in the Discord. It is live. In the VTC area, BTT area. So I did touch on ProMods, and I'm running ProMods, so we'll get into that a little bit. Ken Beard is here. Trucker Kitty is here. Postec TV is here. Let's see. Phantom 6767, reefer hauler for 24 months. Amazing. Drive is here. Let's see. Wiz Nation is here. Let's see. Pilot Bro is probably lurking because it's a Friday, so he's working today, I assume. Let's see. Nightbot is here, so watch your P's and Q's. Turn off that caps lock key and don't spit out too many emojis, or Nightbot will get you, Rick Rashid. Yeah, get your Euro truck out of mothballs there, pilot. Let's see. Matthew Roth is here, and he's a reefer hauler member for 28 months. Trucker King 2010 is a flatbedder for 27 months. Nice. Let's see. Rick Rashid is here. I mean, Nope. Nope is here. He's lost. He's lost Nope. David Shorty is here. I don't know why I'm surprised to see that. Anyway, and Phantom is still on. That's great. Yeah, we're gonna call you from now on. Instead of calling you Rashid, we're just gonna call you Nope. No fairy killers. And Abuser is here. Right, that would require routing outside of the best route provided by the route advisor. Correct, and I do spell that out in the rules. Not that specific mod. Frankly, I was unaware of it. So thanks for asking. So well, I was going to say something else, but let me do some shout outs here for flatbedders. Didn't even pull that up. What's up with that? What's wrong with me? Probably was busy doing other things. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch. Hopefully he's lurking in the background. Same with Bedrock, our top ATS driver for February 2023. Bill Welburn, Nicholas Triple XN, Susan Arthur, our top Euro truck driver for April 2025. XLT 588 Gaming, Omega Sunrise, our top ATS driver for January 2025. Trucker Kitty. I've left him off here for so long, I decided to add him. Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, our top ATS driver for March 2025, and our top ATS driver for all of 2023. Chasmified, Trucker King 2010, Johnny Hansen, Lobo 1G, our top ATS driver for July 2024. Pugwash, our top Euro truck driver for April 2024. I hope he makes an appearance. I know he's recovering from his surgery last week. Wim55, our top ATS driver for March 2024. Carlin, Gorsev Ice Bear, our top Euro truck driver for August 2023. FTG Mike B, David Long, aka Shorty, our top Euro truck driver for September 2024. So, when I logged in to the, I don't even know what you call this, the console or whatever. So I noticed there's a new feature that's been added to the live chat. And Pilot, this was completely unrelated to the other thing we've been working on for the last couple of weeks. It's strictly a YouTube thing. So, but it just caught me off guard, like I'm sure it did you. So YouTube has added a new feature to live chat. So the top 3 chatters get a little icon next to their name, an additional icon next to their name. You can see that it lists like 1, 2, and 3. If you look at the top, if you're on a browser, on a desktop or laptop, and if you look in the live chat on the right side, assuming you don't have this maximized, you'll see up at the top there, it'll show what your current experience points are. Let me see if I can get some experience points on that particular. I just got 25 experience points when I typed that message. So whoever the top 3 are, get a little crown next to their name, and it looks like that changes. So the more you chat, the more XP that you get. Also, if you click on that little icon up there, it'll show you who the community leaderboard for the at this moment. So apparently this is going to change over time. Next to that, in the top right corner, there's a little question mark. If you click on that, it'll tell you what the leaderboard is. I'm going to look at it over here. The leaderboard is a place for fans to stand out in the community. The top 3 get special badges in live chat. It resets every stream, so you can always try again. Okay. How do you get on the leaderboard? You'll need to collect experience points or XP. Here's how you get them. Send live messages. Send super chats and super stickers, and you'll get XP. Welcome, Taz. You haven't missed much. We're just getting started, but I was just explaining the new community leaderboard thing here in the live chat. It's a brand new feature I knew nothing about until I logged in today. Make sure you leave a like for the live stream. Yes, please. Thank you. Norsey poo. What? Oh, anywho, I don't know. So now I know I left that message and I got 25 XP. And I don't know what you get for a super chat or a super sticker or whatever. So I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens when somebody leaves a super chat or a super sticker. So yeah, it kind of threw me off because we were working on something like this for the Discord. Well, there's a super sticker. So what did that get you, TK? Did your XP go up? You might have to post something in chat, regular chat message now, to see if you've got the icon. Okay, well, anywho, let's move on. I got a little bit of coffee left. I need me some coffee. So, all of them in Norway are now Norsey poo. Oh, I don't even know what that means. And there's Pilot. He's got a crown now. Um, what is the deal here? So where's TK in the hierarchy? Wait, how come I don't even see him? That doesn't make sense. It said if you do a super chat or a super sticker, you get XPs. Weird. Huh. Well, that's not showing up over there. Oh, I guess it's just live chat. Okay, because that's not stream elements. Okay. Well, uh, well, you did chat earlier, TK, but I don't think it. I don't know if it updates your previous ones. I think it just does it in the current ones. There he is at 50 points. Yeah, I don't see him. Don't mind us. We're just figuring this thing out. I mean, Trucker Kitty's got more points than that. Oh, jeez. Well, now why did that show up in the chat? Oh, because it was a super chat, not a super sticker. Let me go look at that again real quick and see what it says. Super chats and super stickers. So they should both work. I don't know. I don't get it. There. Okay, I see TK now at 75 XP. He's moving up he's in 5th place. So you only get 25? Huh. Maybe there's a delay. Now, Pilot don't have a crown. Oh, now he doesn't have a crown. So somebody else took his crown. Someone took his crown. It's Wiz. Wiz took his crown. But they have the same XP. Ooh, I almost clicked on end stream. Someone took my crown. I don't know. Wiz has got it now, but they have the same XP, 75. Okay, enough of that. We're here to talk about the All Europe Challenge. For those of you who are in the Discord and in the VTC, I have posted the rules in the VTC announcements channel and linked to the reporting channel where you will report your loads and tag me when you do. Another useless chat feature. I don't know. Hey, Bedrock. Traveling and listening. All right. So I disagree. I think it is a useful chat feature. It gets people chatting. Look how much chatting we've been doing. Chatting equals engagement. Engagement equals good stuff in the YouTube algorithm. I can't keep up with it now. But wait, did I miss something? How do you deactivate something? Okay, I'm not even gonna worry about that. Let's focus on what we're doing. So, the All Europe Challenge. I'm not going to read the rules, but here's what I've done. So I've posted the rules, as I said, in the Discord, in the VTC announcements channel. So if you're in the VTC, you can see it. And if you're not in the VTC and you would like to do this on your own or with your friends, there is a link in the description below to an article on our community website where you can read all about it. It should be live right now. Let me click on it and see if I can get to it. Should be live. There it is, live from Las Vegas. The 2025 All Europe Challenge launch. Okay. So It's already started. So if you're driving or if you got Euro Truck running, go ahead and start following along. We're starting in Frankfurt as we always do in Euro Truck challenges, and we are going to visit every country in Euro Truck except Russia. Some people have some moral objections, even though it's just a game. Some people have some moral objections to traveling to Russia, even in the game. So I have, as always, eliminated that from the list of countries. So we're starting in Frankfurt, and we're going to hit every country in reverse alphabetical order. So instead of starting in Frankfurt and going to Hungary, or in this case, it would be Greece, because we got a new DLC. Now we're going to go from Frankfurt to France, France to Finland, Finland to Estonia, and so on until you come all the way over to Greece and then back to Frankfurt. If you can't find a load from Greece to Frankfurt, but you can find one to somewhere else in Germany, you can take that load, report it, and then take a final load from somewhere in Germany to Frankfurt. Kind of a little way to pick up a few extra kilometers. Let's see what else I'm looking at here. You can use any truck and or trailer that you own, a shipper provided trailer, or a quick job truck and trailer, however you see fit in order to accomplish the challenge and log those kilometers. Follow your GPS routing and set it, make sure it's set to best or shortest. Don't set it to whatever that other one is that takes a convoluted route. Okay, don't pad your kilometers. But we do understand that you are going to have detours. You're going to have to go into get off the motorway and go into town and get fuel, or a travel plaza to get fuel, or go into somewhere and get some repairs. Thanks to those pesky AI drivers banging into you. But don't pad your kilometers. So I do mention in here, if you're on TrucksBook and Trucky, first of all, I want to mention, I know I wasn't going to read the rules, but I want to touch on a few things. If you do a load or if you do a run and you get race miles, that run is voided and you have to do it again, just that one. You might as well just cancel it and start over. Let's see. Only the kilometers associated with a load to the next country in the list count. So you can't collect, you can't log extra kilometers by driving around a country to find a load. Only the kilometers involved with after you pick up a load and when you deliver it to the next country in the list. Those are the only ones that count. We've unfortunately it didn't take into account mods. I mean ProMods. Yeah, you can use ProMods. And I want to touch on that a little bit. But don't use the dispatch feature in either TrucksBook or Trucky. And by the way, we're going to use the lesser of the two. We've always done this, but I wanted to touch on it for a specific reason. Because sometimes TrucksBook and Trucky report different distances that they accept, and we're going to use the lesser of the two, except for the case where TrucksBook doesn't properly record your run. So the other day, Shorty had an incident where he picked up a load in Berlin and was headed to France. For some reason, it didn't record from Berlin to Hanover, that portion of it. So TrucksBook shorted him a lot of kilometers. So in that case, we would use Trucky. So it's a good idea to be on both. But we found that, TrucksBook is just less than reliable these days. But we've got several winning criteria: most kilometers, average Joe, just like last couple times, the fewest kilometers, the most tonnage hauled, and the most hardcore points. If you're among those winners, you'll be eligible to participate in a live stream winners convoy. And all BTT VTC members are eligible for this challenge. Well, anybody can do it, which is why I made the rules available on the website. But only VTC members are eligible to participate in the winners convoy and to have their information tracked by me. Let's see. You do have to own Euro Truck and all of the current Euro Truck map DLCs to participate in this challenge. You can use ProMods, ProMods Europe map. It doesn't matter if you have the other ones because we're not going to any of the other places. And you shouldn't be going to the other places. If we find you're going to the other places, that leg could be voided. But just keep in mind that occasionally World of Trucks loads don't work with ProMods, especially if you take a ferry that's added, that ProMods adds. It will literally crash that load. So you can ask Pugwash about that. He was driving all the way from Turkey to somewhere in the UK, and he got all the way to the ferry, and it crashed on him because he took a ferry that was added by ProMods, and World of Trucks doesn't recognize it. Okay, so enough of that. Let's go into the game, and I'll show you, first of all, where am I? Frankfurt. I am starting in Frankfurt. I'm at my garage. And I'm not going to take an external load. I'm not going to take an World of Trucks load. So I'm going to skip to the freight market. I'm going to select Frankfurt, and I'm going to look for a load to France. There's one right there. Ooh, that's a long one too. That's something that you want. Now, it's got a couple of ferry rides, or maybe it's only one. I'm not sure. So the ferry ride doesn't count. It's just the driving distance. So I am going to book that load out of Transnet. I'm going to take it to Bastia because it is part of France. It's the only one I saw on my freight market load board. I mean, how much further away could you get? Hey, Stobbs and Lowrider. Welcome to the stream, guys. Okay. That is correct, Stobbs. Wait, where are we picking this up at? Oh, all the way across town. And here I teleported to my garage because I didn't want to go here and have to drive all the way back over here. Now I'm here and I have to drive all the way over there. Okay. By the way, one of the winning criteria is most hardcore points. If I didn't say that before, I would like to emphasize that. It would be nice if we could get in the top spot in hardcore for Euro Truck this coming month. We are currently in 4th place, and we are very, very close to 3rd. We've been vacillating back and forth between 3rd and 4th over the past several times over the past 2-3 days. Dang, Stobbs, you have a minute that's long and you're already got a 3rd place live chatter. Wait, why are you purple though? I thought it was I thought they were white except for the number 1. Maybe it's, I don't know. I don't know. It's all new. Elliot Hallisey, welcome to the stream. I am not driving to the UK. I am launching the All Europe Challenge, and I am driving on the continent. Should have been here last weekend when I drove. Last 2 weekends I drove in the UK, including Ireland. But you could still go back and watch those later. Yep, did a little driving in Wales, England, Ireland, Southern Ireland. Yes, Stubbs, I am running Zeemods. I have the DC-13 Super engine and sound pack in, plus the interior effects sound and Zeemods audio framework. I got a fancy horn. JJ Man, 1982. Oops, that's all I got time for. Frankfurt to Bastia. No dispatcher. Yep, you cannot be creating your own jobs. What is that? I don't remember this. Is there a wall here? Oh yeah, there's a... Well, there's a wall right here, but there's a barrier up ahead. I wonder why it didn't let me drive up to the barrier. Never noticed that before. Thomas Berger! Reefer hauler for 28 months. Welcome, Thomas. Now I know that There's folks that have had the membership even longer than that, but even so, that blows me away. So, can I make this turn? In Euro Truck, I think I can. Ever here in American Truck Simulator? No way. Alright, let's take a look at our routing here in just a moment. I guess I just hit the button right now. I can do it while I'm moving. So, we're going to get on the Autobahn and head southwest. And continue to Marseille, where we will catch the ferry over here to, what is this island called? Somebody already said it. They've been purple the whole time? Yeah, they were white for me. That's weird. Maybe it's, let's see. Bedrock! Flatbedder for 32 months. Man, that's amazing. Okay, anyway, let's move. Let's haul this load. This is 24 tons of chewing gum. It's a lot of gum. Oh, you know what I have not done? I have not figured out my first stop. Okay, about 9 hours in. How far is this? It's a little too far. Yeah, that'll work. We'll go in there. It's a shop. If we need any repairs, we can get that, and then we can sleep. Yeah, it's only 500 horsepower motor, I think, so it takes me a little bit to get up to speed. Supers go to 5. You know, it might be a 560 horsepower. It's the top end anyway. Actually, Taz, it is not a V8. As Pilot discovered, it is an inline 6. right, pilot. I would have picked the 560. I'm pretty sure that I did. I guess I'm speeding now. And drive assures me that the retarder works like it does in real life, meaning there's a bit of a delay after you engage it. There's a bit of a delay until it actually kicks in. Up here on the right, we've got the, should have the Frankfurt International Airport. I have flown in and out of that a couple of times over the years, many years ago. Not quite so old that the aircraft were actually pterodactyls, but it was a long time ago. Oh, bite your tongue, Zobs. I like internationals. This ride's pretty smooth. I mean, yeah, it's not an overbearing sound on the inside. Outside is fine. I never noticed that overhead before. Is that for the bus? Electric bus? And it just ends right there? Get off the bus, into the line. Baden-Württemberg. By the way, there's Trucker Kitty. He doesn't have his phone with him, so he can't chat right now. He says hi. Well, he said meow, but... So, Stops, are you saying that trucks have that overhead gantry thingy to drag along the electric lines? I thought that was just buses. Okay, that's interesting. So it's a hybrid. Yeah. Well, look at my in my windshield there. I got the Scania V8 thing, light up thing, and I do have the V8 placard, I think, on the front. I'm not letting that stop me from driving an inline six. By the way, for those of you who were watching the stream, I think last weekend when I was driving in Ireland, it was noisier in here. Let me tell you, let me show you what Pilot showed me. Go into the options, audio. They do. Oh, it's only at 25%. Oh, I thought I had this turned up. Anyway, if you go down here, make sure you click the checkbox, reverb effect of the cabin. Didn't realize I had my volume down so low. Silly me. You can hear how it sounds now. If I go in and turn, clear that checkbox. It's noticeably louder. Oops, not what I wanted. That. So sorry for the distraction. I just wanted to share that with everyone. That is key right there. Yeah, it's much quieter this way. Big news from SCS on Sunday? They don't normally put out news on Sunday, do they? Well, sometimes they, on rare occasions, will do a blog post on a Sunday. Didn't they do a stream earlier today? Something to do with Iowa? Oh, the next map for Euro Truck. Didn't they already tease that? Isn't it Iceland? Well, Stryker, here in the U.S., there are some places in some of the cities where they've had those electric buses with the overhead tram lines for decades. I remember them in the Seattle area when I was a kid, you know, back in the 60s. Yeah, South Dakota is coming up. That threw me off when they said the center of the U.S. because I was sure that the center of the U.S. was in Kansas. Well, as it turns out, because I looked it up, I'm like, no, the center of the U.S. is Kansas. Well, the center of the continental United States is in Kansas. The center of the 50 states is in South Dakota. It's almost in Montana. It's just north of Belle Fourche, and Belle Fourche is very close to the state line between. It's on the westernmost part of this of South Dakota, and it's very close to Wyoming, and it's not far south of Montana. So it's the geographic center of the United States is very close to where Wyoming, South Dakota, and Montana meet up. I think yes, this is where we're going to cross. There's the Rhine River. We are going to cross into Booth Plaza land. Otherwise known as France. House. Hey Ricketts, welcome to the stream. We are doing the first leg of the 2025 All Europe Challenge. Ooh. Driving from Frankfurt to France. So if you have ProMods, you can use ProMods for this. ProMods Europe. You don't need ProMods the Great Steppe or Middle East. I have it in, but there's absolutely no reason to drive to any of those other areas. They are outside the extent of this challenge. Just keep in mind that you really should avoid booking a World of Trucks load if you're using ProMods. You can do it. There is a mod that will tell you the safe locations and the safe ferry runs. But having ProMods in gives you more options for finding loads out of and for finding loads that go into more locations. So that's a good thing about it. Bugwatch is here. Yeah, Striker, I thought I had seen some in Frankfurt too, but I wasn't sure. Well, the Strassenbahns, they use the overhead gantries. I do recall that. Oh, we can't go that way. Guess I missed the one I wanted. Road Trip Nerd is here. Bendies and double bendies. We have bendies here. They're not electric. They are actually natural gas fired or powered. Well, Striker, I don't need cash. I got a transponder. Wow. I think that was Trucky telling me to slow down. Don't stand so close to the motorway there. Whoa. Hello there, Kennedy. Welcome to the stream. And the answer to your question is in the up top. Oh, I guess you can't see it. It's 24 tons. Yeah, that part's covered up by its stream elements currently. There. Now you can see it. See, can I also display that? Yeah, it doesn't say how much it weighs though. Chewing gums. you just getting here? Man, now that I think about it, I didn't see you earlier with your trademark greeting. Ah, you know, I noticed a problem with the notification today. It didn't automatically pop up in the Discord, and when I went to pull it up on my tablet for one of my accounts, I couldn't find it. It didn't show up, but it did on others. So I don't know. YouTube's funny that way sometimes. Kind of annoying. Hey, there's Nightbot. I don't need to change lanes. Apparently. Shorty, that's good to know. Yeah, one of my account or two of my accounts it popped up okay, but the other one it did not. I don't know what's up with that. You know, I remain amazed at the realism and the scenery. You know, even just looking at those power lines back there, it just feels so real. Let me keep left this time. We are going to Marseille, but aren't we? back there suggested I should be in the right lane. Oh, that's the airport. But we're not that far along yet. I'm confused. Oh, here comes our rest stop coming up. Huh. Yeah, the tolls in France are out of control. And I just, I realized something unrelated. When I was looking at the map, I got a little bit of gray on this roundabout that's still gray. I'm going to fix that right now. That's our exit off to the right. I'm going around all the way. No more gray on this roundabout. Okay, there we go. Got all that gray. Hey, Nicholas. It's a new feature. Oh, you're right, Striker. No driving around and around and around and in roundabouts. Actually, I think the game catches that. I don't think we need any repairs. What is that? What is that? Nicholas with the super sticker with 200 Norwegian krona. Thank you. I'll just check real quick. I don't believe there is. Oh, there is. What's up with that? Wow. Okay. Well, shoot. Well, let's see. It's almost 3 in the afternoon. This is going to mean that when I sleep for 9 hours, that's going to put us at midnight, which means I'll be driving in the dark. I don't like driving in the dark. Let's see. Both Trucky and TrucksBook have duplicate route detection. Okay. Oh, that's right. It's duplicate route detection. So if you go round and round a roundabout, I forget, you might be able to get away with it once. I mean, what did I add? 100 yards, 100 meters? Ah, Twitchification of YouTube. YouTube's always adding new features. Oops, not what I meant to do. Let's go to the outside view. Because I want to do some shout outs before I sleep. Thor Rasmussen, our top Euro truck driver for January 2025 and our top Euro truck driver for all of 2023. Nick, David H74, RD04 Dave, our top ATS driver for March 2023. Broken, Douglas Williams, JC Drives, our top Euro truck driver for March 2025. Thomas Berger, Doom 3, Matthew Roth, Lee Jenkins, Lee01 Mister. We'll hold off there for a bit. And we will push. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do that. Now I'm going to be late. But hey, it's 6 a.m. I'm not driving in the dark. What are we doing on time? We got 28 hours. We got a ferry ride ahead of us. Okay, got 11 hours of time on the clock. We got 20 hours. Really? We've only got... Oh, we don't have to sleep again before we catch a ferry. That's good. So we won't. And we'll recoup some time. Okay. So I did that. I fast forwarded the time out of habit, and I wanted to not do that. That just cost me 6 hours of available time. Driver will also sleep in the ferry. Yes. I recognize that, but that's not a factor in my calculations here. This is a freight market load, and so they always cut you short on time. You can't, like, normally fast forward to 9 p.m. like I just did. I just added 6 hours. Or used up 6 hours. That could have been spent driving. And so that could possibly make me late when I get there. I don't know if you guys can hear that clicking. I can hear it. That's me turning my cruise control off and on. That is a nice touch. That is Zeemods. Part of the Zeemods audio framework and the inside inside in a Vex sound pack. Pretty nice. That could have been an ugly turn. So I think that, yeah, this is Leon. See that guy coming. Stupid tolls. We were just talking about these tolls, and then I got lost in thought about something completely unrelated, and I almost crashed. Silly me. Let's see. The cars are probably doing 100. Yeah, I'm sure they are. They're doing at least 90. But whatever the speed limit is for them, it was either 100 or 130. Well, as if you leave, I assume, and Pilot may, not may, Pilot will be a better judge of this. If you leave the interior and effects mod in, maybe you'll still get those interior sounds. I don't know if they require the engine mod to work or not. I'm guessing not. Hopefully Pilot will know the answer. Whether or not you still get the interior and effects sounds if you don't have the Zeemods engine mod in. I'm thinking you probably do. As long as you have the interior and effects mod installed and the Zeemods audio framework enabled. race miles? None so far. Whoops. You should, as long as the mod is above the engine. I see no reason why it wouldn't. That's what I was thinking. But I don't feel like I understand it as well as you do. Isn't that right, Trucker Kitty? Good idea, Taz. Check one thing on my audio, because it seems like I ought to be able to hear some of those interior effects a little more crisply. No, I got it all the way up. Okay. Well, let me crank this up a little bit more then. Another toll booth coming up. Go figure. Notice this red truck in front of me is dirty, but the one on the right, which is the same company, it's clean. That's a nice touch. I know that's a mod. Was that real company trucks or something? Does he have the VA mods for the Scania? Not in the Super 13, but I guess the Super 13 is an inline 6 engine, based on what you researched. Accident over there. Welcome to Marseille. Well, I was sure I'd been to this before. I guess that must have been in a different profile. Tucker Kitty doesn't cost me any money, except for food. Kitty treats. Oh, screen already. And vet bills. Hey, Thor. red light, red light. Well, Thor, you're here now, and being at your nephew's birthday party is certainly an important thing. More important than S. Oh, there's a photo opportunity here. Let's get that. Marseille office towers. What makes them so special? Meaning, why are they so special? They get their own photo opportunity. Ooh, a viewpoint. Let's do the viewpoint. If we can. Oh, it looks like it's actually designed to for when you're leaving. You think they'd mind if I just backed up? Oh, there's a coffee. Going to need a lot of coffee for all this all Europe challenge. You're right. Thank you for the coffee. Actually, since I think I'm out, you know, for today. Hey, this makes it all better. I'll turn on my flashers. He doesn't seem to mind. Right. Port of Marseille. That's a good point, Striker. It did look out of place. Right. I am driving an automatic. No, Vigner, I have never driven a manual on Euro truck. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm enjoying driving. Okay, Phantom 6767, our top Euro truck driver for October 2024. Jennifer Roth, Colin Percival. Well, that's all I get for there. Yes, in Euro Truck, I drive an automatic transmission. In American Truck Simulator, I drive a manual 18-speed. Yay. Let me look at the map real quick. Sure I know where I'm going. Going to Porto Vecchio. Oh, it's the only place this goes. Alrighty then. Before we do that, how much time is left on here? 24 hours, okay? There's 14 of them, so it leaves me 10 hours of driving. Let's see. Yeah, Striker, see, that's the way to look at it. Driving realistic. We've got 2.5 hours of driving left. What is this? It's just after midnight. Oh, that's a narrow opening. That place I wasn't expecting. Well, thank you, Kennedy. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I also drive an American Truck Simulator, simulating real life truck driving. I do that in both, but I've actually driven. I was an over the road truck driver in American Truck Sim. What is that? Lights. Although I have driven truck in Europe, just not these kinds of trucks. What is that? I just saw it popping up. Can't see it. Thor with the super chat. Okay, I gotta read that. Yes, I'll have to watch the stream from the start to get the info on the challenge. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that too. Dark here. Why do they have that little road that goes around, that goes nowhere? Need fuel? I don't need fuel. You don't need no stinking fuel. Nothing like having them signs stick out into the roadway. Did I do this? Woo! Right, Frankfurt to Bern. Did you already do one? And did you post the info in the appropriate channel and tag me? Maybe Pilot could check on that and let you know. Bern is in Switzerland, so no, good point. I knew something sounded off about that. It's a twisty turny road. Can't hardly read the chat when I'm doing this. Okay, so no, I'm Wiz. Bern is not in France. Plus, you got to post it in the channel that I linked to. Well, I posted the rules in that same channel, and I pinned it, so you guys can always click on the pin to go back and look at the rules. So once I record your run that you've posted, or once I've verified your run that you've posted in that special channel, and at Wiz, I know this is your first challenge, then I will, and if I've proved it and logged it in the spreadsheet, then I'll put a green check mark on it. If there's a problem, then I'll put a red X on it. I'll react to it with that. And then, depending on what it is, well, probably I'll tell you why it didn't count. Like in this case, if you were to post that, I would have said, Bern is not in France. You know, after I sorted that out in my own mind. But I sure as heck didn't do it before Stryker did. We still have 100 kilometers of these windy roads. We got all that extra time. It says an hour and a half. Well, that's at posted speeds. That's not a polizei behind us or whatever they got. Gendarme. What do we got left? 9.5 hours. Leave that up just a little bit longer for any, in case anybody wants to see that. Yeah, that's long enough. It's annoying. Don't need fuel. Well, theoretically, Vigner, that assumes I'm actually gonna get there in the allotted time as it says my ETA is. Or EDA or EDT, estimated driving time. Yeah. It will be actually closer to 7 hours remaining. By the time I get there at these speeds and maneuver into the parking spot. Remember, these things always take longer than you think, so don't dilly-dally. And if you're not doing ProMods, you should definitely do World of Trucks loads. If you have any, for those of you who are in the VTC, if you have any questions, post those questions in the VTC chat. Do not post anything else in the channel associated with this challenge. What is that? Bug wash! With super chat, I almost crashed. Little boost. Whoop. Little boost to the server funds for my sick benefits. You get sick benefits? I didn't think there was any benefit to being sick. Oh, well, I think 155 comes out just before or with Iowa. And I think we're getting close to Iowa. I will turn that over to Vigner. He keeps his finger on the pulse of releases. Dude, you had it. Why did you just give it up? I think we're only weeks away, and by weeks I mean single-digit weeks away from Iowa. Huh. Right insurance. Well, in the U.S., those benefits don't kick in for some time. Oh, Pugwash, that's funny. I can see our delivery on the radar. Radar, of course. Let's see, soon, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, I think. Okay. But Pilot's got a good point. We haven't seen the 155 beta yet. Won't they always come out with that first? Usually. So who knows? Who can tell me where the next country is in the list? Ooh, I got a couple of achievement things that just popped up. Who knows where the next country is that I need to deliver to? ETS2, yeah, I think we're a ways out for that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, almost got nailed by a coach. But I was drifting into his lane too, so technically it would be my fault. But I want to maximize my hardcore points. Here we are, GNT. Into that. Hate that spot. I thought it was going to be along the wall. I think I'm going to get turned around. See? It always takes longer than you think. I mean, I've done that turn before, but I did it with a trailer where I had steering axles on the back. Oh, good, a parade. Yeah, that's what I thought. Gotta get out and look sometimes. Still too tight. Hey, treasure. Like I've been missing out on some stuff here. So I don't know. This says 1,082 kilometers. We'll see what TrucksBook and Trucky say for myself. Let's see here. Let me get caught up on the chat. Thought the 155 beta was live already. Oh, so is it out for Euro Truck? Okay. Yes, Striker. Finland is next. I'm gonna go visit Stabs. It still has 0 on the Swifty counter. Yeah. Should have gone the other way. Yeah, I should have. Let's see. Yeah, that would have been Swifty. If I'd have hit that other trailer, yeah, it would have been a Swifty. So 1,082 kilometers on Trucky. What did I get on TrucksBook? Griff, welcome to the stream. Yeah, yeah, the those power only outfits that are pulling those Amazon trailers, they're in the news big time lately. 34 loads to go. So while I'm in here, let me go look at TrucksBook. Oops, wrong one. There we go. TrucksBook. I guess I could look in the Discord. Where am I? What? Oh, I haven't come out of here yet. It hasn't registered on TrucksBook yet. Until I get out of here. Gonna have to go somewhere. I guess I don't have to. Anyway, so now let me go out back to TrucksBook and see it. TrucksBook gave me 1,082 kilometers. Nice. And Trucky, I have to go to Discord probably to look at that. Although I could look at my own profile and look at my jobs. And 1,082. And I got 4.4 stars and 428 hardcore points. So I'll be recording that as well as the weight. And Trucky says it's 24 tons. TrucksBook says it does it in kilos, I think. Where is it? Where are you? I haven't looked at this in a while. 23,773 kilos. So that's what I'll be recording for mine. I call that view using a spotter. Yeah. Well, I mean, literally, when you when you're driving in real life, sometimes you have to stop the truck, set the brake, get out, and go look. It's rare to have a spotter. Sometimes at a truck stop, somebody will spot for you, and I've done it for other drivers a few times. So, yeah, it is something that you do whenever possible. And look at their pilot. I only need 300 kilometers to hit my monthly minimums for Euro truck. And I've already hit it for American truck. So this would be like a first that I've got it in both. That's cool. So the next country on the list is Finland. That would be next. Before I do anything else, actually, let me stop doing this and go in here. I have some more shout outs to do. Pancake Man, Ken Beard, Road Trip Nerd, Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming. It really ought to be my name. So if I'm going to look for a load to Finland, do I have one coming out of here? I would be surprised if I did. Right. Okay. So where is there a town in Finland? See, this is the nice thing about ProMods. Now, this is where you can really rack up the kilometers. You get a load from pretty much anywhere in France and you go up to northern Finland, then you're going to get a lot of kilometers. So, how do you spell that? UTSJOKI. I click out of there and I look for a load that's going to there. I do not find one. Okay. What about Ivalo? So if I'm looking for loads to go as far north as I can, then I'm going to do something like this. So here's one from, that's not far enough. Poland. That's pretty far. How far is that one? It's from St. Petersburg, 1400. This is 2184. This one here. So I would have to, oh, no, I can't. I have to find a load out of France. That's right. I can't just jump to Poland. I got to find a load from France. I don't know what I was thinking. It's almost like I didn't write the rules or something. So, so I have to do some more looking. Oh, Munio. Nothing to Munio. Oh, I misspelled it. M-U-O. Anything coming out of France? No. Sodankia. Anything coming out of France? Looky there. There's a load out of Calais. So now I can teleport, quick travel to Calais and take that load if I wanted to. And I probably will. Because that's a pretty good load. Going all the way up here. Well, not all the way up here, but pretty far. See, now that's how you find a load. But it has to come from the country you just delivered in. Now, I'm missing some chat here. Yeah, Thor. Those are the guys you want to spot for, is the ones that are backing in next to you at a truck stop or at a shipper or receiver. Yep. Well, that's next year. Hey, Sound Fixes Pack, welcome to the stream. We're just wrapping things up here. Launched the All Europe Challenge. And now I don't know if that load's going to be available once I get there. How much time do I have left on my clock? 7 hours. I am gonna quick travel and see if I can get there and get that load, because that was a good load. Calais. And freight market. That is probably going to be at the end right there. Picking up at the LKW. Now, even if you're late, you can still get credit for the challenge, even if you are late, but you won't get any, or you won't get any hardcore stars, and it will definitely impact your hardcore score. So I'm going to lock up this load, LKW. I'm going to drive over there and get it or hook up to it, but I'm not driving it today. I still have some shout outs to do. Now I could have driven to Calais, but I mean, that's a long way just to do that. And this load probably wouldn't be here by the time I got here. That's another thing you got to factor in. If it were a World of Trucks load, if I were not using ProMods, it'd be an easier thing. You don't have to think so much about the time frame. As long as it has enough time, real world time on it to drive. So there's considerations no matter which way you go about it. But when The reason, one of the things about ProMods that are really come into play is carrots. 16 tons of carrots. Is when we're doing these loads from places like Luxembourg, where there's only, well, in the base game, there's only one city in Luxembourg, and that's Luxembourg. In ProMods, I think there's 2 or 3, isn't there? I thought there was. I only see 1. At least in Lithuania, there's more cities. Luxembourg, there is only 1. I thought there were more. Well, there's more in Belgium, and there's more in Lithuania because of ProMods. And the important thing is that once I have secured this load, I can shut down the game and it'll be here when I get back. I do have to make sure that TrucksBook is running though, because it's notorious for messing up when you come back in. Okay. Ken Maselman, Ravendron Supermaniam, Mr. Whiskey TV, All Stoned. Is that like Allstate? All right, let me not use up any more of my clock. Spawning Salmon, Heath W. Collins 06, Mr. MWCW709, Metro Master, Truck Dog Gaming, and Pupils. That is everyone. So I've got a long load ahead of me. And let me, while I'm thinking about it, let's see again, how much time do I have left on the clock? 7.5 hours. So let me find a place to stop about 6 to 6.5 hours out. Oh, look, a ferry. What's this? Oh, that's too far. Yep. Oh, right here. That'll work. That's 6.5 hours. Should I get anything closer? Nope, that'll work. So, wait, what? What's that? Got a little click happy there. Yeah. So that's where I will plan on my first rest break. Yeah. Maybe I'll even get fuel there. So if you've got questions about, if you're in the VTC and you have questions about the challenge, post them in the VTC chat, not in the channel where I posted everything. So 3:30 in the AM. That's gonna do it. Let's see, unless you have any other questions, make sure to leave a like. Close that. Checking this. What do we got? We got 28 people in here and 26 likes, at least as far as I can see. Did get all the shout outs. Tomorrow is going to be very interesting. Doing a Discord convoy tomorrow with folks in a Discord, and It's going to be an American Truck Simulator, and we're going to take a load from Wichita Falls to Houston, and then after we make delivery, we're going to drive over to the hidden racetrack and do a little racing. So be sure to tune in for that tomorrow. You don't want to miss that. That's going to be fun. So until tomorrow, thanks for being here. Thanks for the coffees. Thanks for the super chats. And we'll see you then.